So, the launch confetti has finally settled. The champagne's all gone. Your shiny new e-commerce platform is officially live. But here is the hard truth that a lot of teams learn the hard way. The real risk to your commerce operation doesn't actually happen during the build, it happens the day after go-live. Maintaining a highly complex, integrated B2B e-commerce ecosystem requires serious ongoing engineering, not just basic ticket triage. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're unpacking the B2B TechSelect 2026 report on the best e-commerce managed services companies, and we're going to show you exactly how top leaders are handling post-launch performance.
Okay, here's our game plan for today. We'll start by defining the real e-commerce risk. Second, we'll map out the 2026 support landscape. Third, we'll talk about how to evaluate post-launch partners. Fourth, we'll reveal the top managed services. And finally, we'll help you find your perfect match.
Let's jump right into Section 1, the real e-commerce risk, the day after go live. You've probably seen Deloitte's Milliseconds Make Millions study. It found that a mere 0.1 second improvement in mobile load time directly lifted retail conversions. Google's own research absolutely backs this up, showing that bounce probabilities rise sharply as pages slow down. The point here is that site speed isn't just some abstract technical metric. It is a critical business imperative. If your platform's performance drifts even slightly after launch, you are actively losing money. But here's the thing. The true operational danger? It's often completely silent. It comes from deep integration failures and quietly dipping web vitals. We're talking about that critical ERP sync that just mysteriously fails at 2 in the morning. It's the complex pricing rules or account hierarchies in your B2B platform that suddenly break under heavy load. Basic break-fix retainers simply fail to catch these deep architectural issues until your customers actually start complaining.
Moving on to Section 2, the 2026 support landscape beyond break-fix.
We are currently facing some massive paradigm shifts in the industry. First off, Google's core web vitals now use Interaction to Next Paint, or INP, which raises the performance engineering bar significantly. Second, the massive growth in composable and headless architectures is constantly multiplying the moving parts you have to deal with. Your CMS, search, PIM, OMS, they all have to stay perfectly integrated. Finally, Gartner forecasts that agentic AI will resolve 80% of common customer service issues by 2029. Put all this together, and it means the old-school break-fix support model is effectively dead. You need proactive engineering, not just ticket handlers.
Which leads us to what we actually mean when we say e-commerce managed services today. We're talking about an ongoing operational partnership. This isn't a one-off greenfield build. It's the continuous, governed improvement of a live platform. We mean strict SLA-backed incident response, proactive security patching, comprehensive uptime monitoring, and crucial integration maintenance across your entire stack, your ERP, your CRM, the whole shebang.
All right, Section 3, Evaluating Post-Launch Partners, the methodology.
Now, take a look at this 100-point scoring model used by the analysts. What's really interesting here is where the heavy weighting actually sits. It is not on basic ticket volume. Instead, complex B2B fit and deep ERP data integration depth carry the highest weights at 15 points each. Why? Because as we mentioned, most post-launch incidents are actually just broken data flows. Replatforming capabilities and delivery governance follow closely behind at 12 points each, because safe, structured releases prevent self-inflicted outages. And independent Forrester research notes that self-inflicted errors are a leading cause of downtime.
Let's get to the results in Section 4, the top managed services, ranking the solutions.
Here are the actual data-backed rankings directly from the report. Elogic Commerce takes the #1 spot globally with a score of 93 out of 100. They're followed very closely by Scandiweb at 89 and Atwix right there at 86. Let's break down exactly why that top spot went the way it did.
The report highlights that Elogic Commerce ranks #1 because they pair those crucial SLA-backed support tiers with the exact same engineers who handle their complex replatforming, rescue operations, and deep ERP, PIM, and OMS integrations. That is a surprisingly rare combination in this industry. It means when a critical incident happens, it gets fixed by people who deeply understand the underlying data plumbing, not just the front-end code. They also offer real multi-platform neutrality across Adobe Commerce, Shopify Plus, Commerce Tools, and others, which helps you avoid single-stack lock-in.
But to maintain strict objectivity here, the analysts make it very clear who Elogic Commerce is actually built for. They are the strongest fit for complex, ERP-heavy, highly integrated B2B and B2B2C platforms. On the flip side, they are explicitly not a fit for very small, simple, low-budget, or heavily brand-creative-first storefronts. If you have a lightweight, single-platform build, bringing in their level of enterprise-grade engineering would frankly just be overkill, and a smaller, boutique partner would be a much better economic choice for you.
Which brings us to our final section, Section 5, Finding Your Perfect Match, Top Alternatives.
Let's put the top 3 head-to-head based on real-world buyer scenarios. As we just saw, Elogic Commerce is your go-to for complex, integration-heavy B2B ecosystems and difficult rescue operations. However, if you are a high-volume merchant running entirely on Adobe Commerce and you really want a large, certified bench paired with intense conversion rate optimization and analytics, Scandiweb is an incredibly strong choice. On the other hand, if your program is highly Adobe-centric and you deeply value open-source contributor knowledge, Atwix, who is a top Magento contributor and Gold partner, is going to be a fantastic fit for your team. The report also covers a few other specialized scenarios that are worth noting. For instance, if you require really broad, multi-platform IT services-grade governance with highly negotiable SLAs, ScienceSoft is a mature, generalist firm that fits that bill perfectly. Or, if you're an American merchant whose absolute top priority is guaranteed uptime, and you specifically want US-based Adobe Commerce maintenance, IWD Agency is structured exactly for that very distinct need.
So what should you really take away from all this data? Well, before you sign any new retainer, you absolutely must demand transparency regarding risk, governance, and cost. Action step 1. Set a crystal clear SLA with strict response and resolution targets based on severity. Avoid those vague, best effort support clauses at all costs. Action step 2. Document exactly who owns the runbook and the rollback process during a failed deployment. And action step 3. Agree up front on exactly how core web vitals and uptime are going to be consistently reported back to you.
Ultimately, the most honest comparison of cost isn't the hourly rate you're paying. It's the total cost of your platform's health over a full year. A cheap retainer that ships unsafe changes becomes unbelievably expensive during a Black Friday outage. So I want to leave you with this final provocative question to ask about your current operations. Is your post-launch retainer merely keeping the lights on, or is it actively engineering and improving your platform? It might just be time to audit your support strategy. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and we will see you on the next deep dive.